Alright, this is just a quickie thing. I'm helping out a guy in my Gran Turismo league figure out a livery for his Subaru car for the league. Just waiting on him to come in. Yeah, we're just waiting on the guy right now to come in, and I'm going to help him get a livery set up. If you have any questions, Sean, let me know. Yeah, unless you join the party. I sent you a party on PlayStation. If this is Buck, then we can communicate like human beings. There we go. So you've never played with the livery editor at all? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, no, well, the YouTube's always like a couple seconds behind lag and stuff like that. Turn me down on your phone, though, so I don't have to hear myself talk in 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, so basically, what are your favorite colors? Like, what do you want the base coat to be? Okay, so if you go here, you got the wheels, paint color. For the GT3 cards or Group 3, whatever, they generally don't have custom parts, racing item, other parts, stuff like that. But you can change the wheels, the paint color, and then in the livery editor is where you're going to go to add your decals. So we'll go to paint color first, and you like a heavy metallic, you like it to be shiny, not shiny, what do you like? Okay, you like metallics? Okay. Okay. Well, that's kind of a metallic. Yeah. So this is kind of a cool color. Do you like this one that's on the screen here? This Y2 matte metallic? Yeah, let's find out what they got. Okay, so like this one here, real car paint. It's all the real cars in the game that have a paint job that's factory color matched will be in this area. And it'll sort it by, you know, whatever color you're looking for. So we're looking for a yellow. So this is, and you go to your, you know, let's see here. Let's start from the beginning. All right, so you pick your car in your garage. Yep, and then you go to car customization. Okay, so, yep, on the left side, real car paint. And then, you know, yeah, where it's got the filters, you can go to color. Yep. This Lamborghini Gallo Horus looks nice. I don't speak Italian or Spanish. Vegas yellow looks good too. Like the Lambo color? Alright. Alright, so then from here, that's your base coat color, and you'll apply it to the car once you get into the livery editor. So select livery editor and create design. Yep. Yep. And for me, I've got an existing design, so I'm just gonna, you can either, like, if you want to continue to build on whatever livery you have, but you want to make it slightly different or something like that, then you can do create from existing style. So like for my WRX, I've got this U.S. Army theme for an NCO I knew in Iraq who's up for the Medal of Honor. I did this car with him in mind. So, you know, if I wanted to continue to build on this car, but I didn't want to alter the original, I would go ahead and do create from existing style. But because we're doing brand new for you, you probably don't have that option, so we'll just go create from new design. Yeah. Yeah, and you... Yep. And see, the thing is, too, is once... If I make you a livery here, you can download it. But you can also, obviously, make your own if you wanted to. I don't have any DeWalt decals, but I'll show you how to get those. So, here you obviously got preview paint, but I would go to paint so we can put your base coat on. Go to body. Yes. And it'll give you a little warning that says it's going to strip all of the original car. The color you just bought will be under special colors. Where was that? Well, pick whatever one you want, man. Alright, I'm going to... Yep. So now here is where you can change the other things that are available on the car. So body, if you hold down R3 on your controller, yep. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're looking at the screen where it's got body, body 2, side mirror, rear wing, etc. Okay, so if you hold R3, you've got body selected there. If you hold R3, it'll show the car in a light blue. That's the area that's going to be affected by whatever paint job you apply, whether it be decals or paint or whatever. So if you want to change something, like for this being a DeWalt themed car, I would make the hood black. So I'm going to put a Lambo, since you got a Lambo base coat, I'm going to put a Lambo black color on here. Whatever you like, man. Yeah, you run whatever you want, man. I'm just gonna do a car and I'll save it and I'll share it. If you want it, great. If not, ignore it. I generally like the side mirrors to be black as well because I don't like having an extra bright color in my peripheral vision if I can see it. So I'll generally change that to a black color as well. And I like consistency. And I like the rear wing to be black as well. But this is all personal preference. So it's whatever you want to do, man. Yeah, you're on a roll. All right, so we got that squared away. We got the, I'm going to change the hood back to yellow because I think it looks better. Find that. What the hell? Yep. All right, so from here you can just push circle, and that'll bring you back. And then this, the first screen where it says paint body wheels. Now obviously you can go to wheels and change your wheel color for whatever you like. I like black wheels, but a lot of guys like to color match. Okay, from here we'll go to decals. Yep. All right, so for me, I find the easiest way to find decals is to do it through the Gran Turismo website. However, you can go to Showcase on the main menu map where it shows, you know, the map of everything, tracks and car dealerships and all that jazz. Yeah, Showcase. So you can go to there and find the stuff you want, or I like to do it on my iPad, iPhone, whatever you got, computer, through the Gran Turismo website solely because then I don't have to open or close anything. It's a gran-turismo.com. And if you've never been on here before, you'll have to set up an account and all that jazz to access the showcase, I believe. Yeah, it's asking me to sign in. Yeah, so on top where it says Gran Turismo Live and then GT7, GT Sport, click on GT7. Yeah, I enjoy it. Right. I enjoy the livery editor because I don't have to race and I can still do something for it, and you know, it's fun. Yeah, it'll ask you to sign in for Showcase if you don't have an account. Yeah, don't do the decal uploader unless you have a computer and stuff like that, because then what you have to do is you can find a logo online, turn it into a .svg file, and convert it. Basically, you take whatever image you find, convert it to an SVG file, and then you can upload it into Gran Turismo online. But it's limited by, I believe, 15 kilobytes and all. I don't mess with all that jazz. I just either do without or get somebody to upload it. Okay. Go to, you see the little short menu that says Top News, My Page, Showcase, Sport, Manual, Product Info. Not at the complete top, but sort of at the top. Let me see here. Go back to where. So you're on My Page. You looking at your profile? Okay. So almost at the top of the page, it'll say Top News, My Page, Showcase. You see that? Yep, click on Showcase. Okay, so you're on Showcase. Now, let me see here. Content search. Yeah, this is where you find anything for a complete livery. They call a style. So you could find a complete livery and steal somebody else's that they've shared. Sometimes like. Okay. Okay, so from here, yeah, so you go to decals on the left-hand side, content type. Yep, and then in the keyword, just type in whatever you want. Like I don't have any DeWalt, so I'll download a DeWalt for you. Find a DeWalt logo here. That one's cool. So let me know when you got some. Doesn't matter what you're searching for, just a decal that you like. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the first one, the DeWalt. It's you know, looks like a kind of a diamond square thing. Uh, um. Yep. So Okay, so you clicked on it, so it's expanded. Okay. Yep. So see down at the bottom where it says like, repost, collection, share, or tweet? Okay, it's to the left, just below the actual logo itself. It'll say like, repost, collection, share, or tweet. Yep, yep, the paperclip. Touch the paperclip, and that's the collection, and that's going to add it to your collection within game. Okay, so you got a warm and fuzzy on how to do that. Let me find another couple DeWalt stickers here. Yep. Oh, well, you don't have to do. I just hit the X to close it, and then that will give me. Yeah, yes, it's saved to your online library. Yep, you can pick whatever you want, man. And then same thing for car livery, helmet livery, suit liveries, all that stuff's available. So if you see something you like, just click on it. Yeah, add it to the collection, good to go. No, you don't have to pay me, man. But you can do it your way. Like I said, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk you through how I do it. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways you can skin a cat here, but I'll talk you through it. You're watching my YouTube stream. I'll make you a car. If you like it, use it. If you don't, use your own. It doesn't matter, man. It's just gonna be a good little yeah, right. Okay, so what other brands do you like? You'd be surprised sometimes what they have. Well, it's not like they're paying the bills, so put what you want on it. Yeah, I don't see anything for StarCraft, but see if they got Mercury. Well, that's better than the 9.9 horse Suzuki I got. Right. Oh, for sure. Hey, hey. Hey, be quiet. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they got some Mercury stuff, so I added a few Mercury to the collection here. Now, okay, so scroll to the top of the screen, and you should see a light gray or white area that says Selection Following Content Cert Collection. Okay, so scroll to the top of the page. Okay, so there should be like a light gray or white bar across the screen that says Selection, another for Following, then Content Search, and then Collection. Okay, so yeah, click on Following. Yeah, and so what this will do is this is the place where if you find a decal you like and you follow the individual, you'll be able to find it through here. You can also at the just above that where it says Top News My Page, if you go to My Page, basically the top of the page, like 3/4. Yeah, mine's always displayed, so. Yeah, just below that. You don't see a light gray stripe across the screen that says Top News My Page Showcase? Are you clicked on GT7? Okay, go to My Page. And then Friend. So below that, it'll show your screen name, and then it'll say Profile, Notification, Newsfeed, and then Friend over on the right side. Yeah. Okay, now below that, it should show all of your GT7 friends or friends that play GT7. And you should have M. Morin, which is Red Bull GT Racer. You see him? Okay, if you click on him, okay, this will show all his stats, but we're not too interested in that. So from here, underneath his screen name, where it says Profile, Newsfeed, Milestones, and Gallery, if you click on Gallery, directly below his name, do you see Profile, a little guy, and then the fourth one, Gallery, like a picture within a picture? Yeah. Okay, so this is all, anytime one of your friends takes a photograph or uploads a decal or does anything, it'll show it in this area. But this is where you're going to go to find the mandatory decals. So scroll down, and, oh, he's got them all buried. Hang on, son. No, he's a pain in the butt. 4. Okay, so it's saying that I'm having trouble getting it right now. It says there's no content to display. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Stop, please. I don't want to hear it. All right. So basically, I'm gonna throw you together a livery here, and then you won't have to do it. So go back to my stream. You're watching my stream. All right, so we're sitting at the thing here. We got the editing area on the right. It says body, body, 2 side mirrors, rear wing, blah, blah, blah. All right, so this is all the areas that you can edit or add something to. The best way to figure out how much you can edit or what's available to edit is if it's highlighted on the left, like right now body is highlighted. If you hold down R3, yeah, it'll show you. If it's white, it's not... If it's white, it's something. It's another, area of the body, editing area. If it's that light blue, that's something that you can add a decal to or whatever you want. So for a car like this, if I was doing this, DeWalt, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to stick with mostly tool themes. I try to generally not add something that's like a competitor or contradictory. So like I wouldn't do a Snap-on logo with Mac Tools logos all over it. But that's just a personal preference. If you want to do it, go for it. It's not like anybody's going to stop you. So I like to start from just the body generally, but because the hood is so large on this car, I might start from the hood. But now I'll just stay on the body. So when you're doing liveries, at least for me, because I used to do custom automotive painting and paint helmets and motorcycles and stuff like that, I like to think in negative space. And so I like to start from the bottom and work my way up. So for this car, I think it would look cool if it faded from black to yellow. So I'm going to go to Add Layer on the right, select the decal, and this is all your options here. So if it's automatically going to default to preset decals. To find something that does a fade or a color gradation or something like that would normally be under Shape 2. But you've also got patterns, Pattern 2. Pattern 1 is generally solid pattern color, one color. They're not gradated. They're just a solid image, basically. And Pattern 2 is generally the same shapes, but they're gradated fades. So for this, I'm going to go to Shape 2. I'm going to pick a gradated fade. It's fun, man. It's good. It's like, yoga for car enthusiasts. Well, I appreciate it, but I like it. So this is what it's going to default on the car. Okay, on the right hand side, it's got your scale, the rotate, opacity. I'm going to leave everything alone for right now, but I'm going to adjust the size of the object. So, okay, yep. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on the car. Now, see how it's only coming to, I'd say, about a third of the front bumper? Alright, so I'm going to adjust this back a little bit here until the darkest spot is right in the front here. And then I'm going to push X, and that's going to put you to your default menu for the decal right here that you're looking at now. On the left-hand side, this little projector-looking thing with the gear, that's your projection range. And what that is it controls the limit angle of the decal on the car, and the limit depth. For this, I want this decal to go at least 50% of the front bumper or halfway across, or maybe even a little more, because it's going to be solid black up there. You're not going to tell if it, you can't tell if it overlaps. So you go to limit depth and increase the depth, and see how it's moving across the front bumper, depending on how much you increase or decrease. Well, there's a little lag on YouTube. Give it a second. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So I'm at limit depth 5. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and push X and then circle back to my default menu here. All right. I think that looks pretty good. I like that fade. It's real dark in the front, but it moves back. If you wanted to change that, obviously, like if you wanted the black to be further back, I would select the decal and use the left joystick to move it further back. So like, let's say we want it right about here. Make sure you're all the way caught up basically on the video. Like if you touch it, scroll it to the end so that there'll still be a little bit of lag, but I find sometimes the YouTube feed is a little slower than me. Well, we'll see. I'm pretty good at screwing stuff up, so I'll give it a minute. All right, so I got the fade set here about where I like it. Now from the default decal edit menu we're looking at right now, where it says finish editing layer and all that jazz. If you go to the paper looking thing with the gear, the layer controls, and select that with X, it's got duplicate on opposite side, duplicate symmetrically, duplicate flip port, blah blah blah. For this instance, because I want this fade to go, from front to rear of the car, if I hit duplicate on opposite side like this, see, it duplicated it on the other side, but it put it backwards. So so it's fading from the rear. So if you hit duplicate symmetrically, it'll duplicate it to the side of the car. But if you happen to do it wrong, just go back to layer controls and hit flip horizontally, and it'll put you back where you need to be. All right, so now we're looking at the add layer on the right hand side. You caught up? Okay, so because I'm going to add solid black to the front of this car, I'm going to do it underneath the gradated fade, just because it's easier for me to keep track of. So if you see shape 1 on the shape 1 0205 and shape 2 shape 0205 on the right, I'm going to go to the first one and hit triangle, and then it gives you a layer control here, and you can delete the layer, hide the layer, blah blah blah. But I'm going to go to add layer below, and that's going to add whatever decal we add to the car next, a layer below that decal. So see how we're looking at the car right now a little bit skewed? If I put a decal on the car in this angle, it's going to align the decal to the camera, and that's annoying for me. Yeah, and so yes, the easiest way I find to do that and make it accurate is this little decal here on the left that says select camera. And this is where you can go, apply it to the left side, right side, front, rear, roof. But I generally like to start from the left side when I'm doing the side of the car. So we'll go left, select decal. I want just solid black. Yeah, there's... Yep, let me know when you see a black square on the side of the car. Yep, there we go. So now I'll move this to the front of the car. I'm going to expand it using the right stick. Just push up and see the scale on the right side is changing. This changes the scale for both X and Y axis. So the up, down, and side to side. Now if you hold L1, if you hold down L1 and use the right stick, if you go in the X axis, which is left right, then it's just going to change the scaling for the left right. Same thing goes for the X axis. Yeah, Y axis, excuse me. All right, so we got the decal here set up for the front of the car. I want to make sure it's just touching the front here, but it's not going across the front. So we'll go to the projection, because that's the decal you have selected. The decal that you're working on is going to blink like that. All right, so we're going to put the limit depth to 5 again, because that's going to put it at least 50% of the bumper. So when I back up here and go to my layer controls and duplicate to opposite side. Because this is a square object, it doesn't matter about some, symmetry. So I'm just going to hit duplicate to opposite side, and now we've got a solid black front of the car, gradiated fade to yellow. All right, obviously the hood doesn't match, so I like to go into the body 2, add layer, and I'm going to start with the gradiated fade first. And I don't remember what the scaling was, so I'm just going to put this decal, because this is the original one we used, on the front of the car. I'm going to turn it to black. Oh, I have no idea, man. At least probably 5 or 10 at least, because it's fun. Yeah. On Gran Turismo 7 or just the franchise? Well, actual sim racing probably 2 or 3 years now, I guess. I don't remember when I got my wheel. Yeah, after I lost my hand, I couldn't race motocross anymore and stuff like that. So I had to. So right now I'm going in and I'm checking the scaling for the gradiated fade that we put on the side. So it's 148% y-axis, 335% x-axis. So I'm going to translate that so that it matches. Now it's only on the hood, and I could probably get away with just whatever it's on there. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. So basically what I did was I went back to this is the original decal, the very first decal we put on the car is this gradiated fade black. I went back in here and I'm checking the scaling in the upper right hand corner. So like I said, it's 148% Y and 335X. So I'm going to remember that value, and I'm not going to adjust anything. I'm just going to back out here. I'm going to go back to body 2. There we go. All right, so we were at 335. It was X, but it would be Y for this one. Yeah. Alright, and then I roughly put the decal about there. Doesn't have to be exact because it's only doing the hood. It's not doing any projection onto the car itself, so we're not too awful worried about it. But I am going to go into here and do the layer projection range and drop this a couple points just in case I miss something. Again, I want to add the solid black to the front, so I'm going to add layer below again. Select decal. Oh, wait. It adds a layer below the layer you're selected. So essentially, if we go back here, all right, so this is the first layer we put on. If you wanted to put something above it, you could just go to add layer here on the right, the light blue add layer. Yes, it will go on top of the surface. So actually let's just do it. Okay, so I'll just go to add layer. I want a square, so it's not anything crazy. And sometimes I'll do this if I'm having trouble lining colors up. I'll do it in a contrasting color like white here. So I want to make sure that this decal that I'm putting on the front, that's solid black, doesn't encroach on the gradiated fade part. It's just looks like it's about an inch below the hood scoop. And so if I do this above with white, I can see exactly where the decal is going to go. So I can make the size adjustments, make sure my X and Y is good, holding L1 and using the right stick to adjust the X and Y. I'll move it over, make sure everything's covered up good. Looks like we don't have that first decal on square, so I'll change that here in a second. No, it's pretty simple. Yeah. It's not so bad. So I've got it set right now. Obviously it's white, it's not the color we want, but I can go back here on the right hand side and select the white one, push triangle and move layer, and manually move it below the first layer. So now that white square is below the black gradiated fade. And this is crooked and it says it's 270 degrees, but it's really bothering me. No, 270. So I might have bumped the stick when I was first looking at it, and if it rotates, like I said, it'll align it with the camera, not the vehicle. And you can change that in settings, but I just find this easier to work in. So now that we got that squared up and square and it's not driving me crazy, I'll go back here, select the color. It drives me nuts. You'll never see it because of the fade, but it would still, I would know it's there. Yeah. Like there's a little bit of yellow showing where the hood meets the front bumper, and that's bugging the shit out of me. But you can't see it from this angle. Yeah, it takes some time, you know. All right, so from here, that's okay. Nope, not a problem. All right, so when we added that first decal, do you know what that A pillar is? That first pillow by the windshield, where the windshield meets the driver's side door. See how there's a hard line? That first decal we put on obviously was a little bit too short, so I'm going to go back in and adjust it. So I go to the body. Now I know I have to adjust one side, and it's not going to adjust the other side. I would either have to adjust it independently and remember the values, or what I like to do is I'll come in, I'll push triangle on one side and delete the layer. Yes, I want to delete the layer. So now we're just working on one side. I'll select edit decal. I'll extend the y-axis. I'll show you again. I'll show you again here in a little bit. All right, so I moved it up, and see how it's kind of wonky on the roof? That's going to show. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I'm going to go here and move it up to here. Well, we'll see where we get. All right, so I'm going to adjust this a little bit with the projection range. And see how it went. Originally, it was kind of up on the roof at a wonky angle there, kind of a crescent shape. Let me know when you see that. Yeah, and so, yep, I've got limit angle, and I'm going to adjust that down. And what that's doing is adjusting the limit of an angle that the decal will essentially stick to. So I like to think of it in terms of you're, you know, painting. Let's say you're painting the anchor for your boat for some reason, and you wanted to put a logo on it, so you're going to mask off the places you don't want paint. So kind of the same thing. If you're putting a limit advance angle on this decal, it's going to adjust how much the paint or decal transfers to the surface of the car. So essentially, in layman terms, if you play with the slider, you can see how much the paint is going down the side of the car. There, -10. Yep. Yep, because that's the highest point, or the basically for this limit, think of it as we'll call it a limit of advance. So this is the highest point that is on the bodywork of this car. So if we've got it decreased all the way. I don't know. Let me see here. So this, yeah. So if you adjust it up, see how it's covering the vertical surfaces, but the horizontal surfaces don't have any decal on it. That's how I like to think of it. So the limit is, think of it in terms of a right angle, so where the quarter panel meets the hood. If that was a perfect 90-degree angle, then the limit wouldn't change. But if you change, you know, so if you adjust it all the way down, it would show on the vertical side, but not the horizontal side. But if it was a 45-degree surface, now as you adjust that limit, that decal is going to move exponentially up that angle. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, how it transfers to the car. Yeah. All right, so I'm done with that. I like that. So we're gonna leave the finishes the way they are, but I got to move that decal back to the other side of the car. So we're gonna duplicate symmetrically. Well, we got to put some words on it. Yeah, that's the fun part for me. All right, so it's looking a little naked on the top, so I'm going to add a layer. Oh yeah, I saw that. All right, so we're gonna. So I'm in my collection right now. So when I'm in this view here, I'm gonna go to the roof because we're gonna put something on the roof. Go to select decal. On the left-hand side, it defaults to preset decals. So I'm gonna just push up on the D-pad to collection, and that's where we added your DeWalt logos from earlier. All right, so okay, so let me close out here. Yeah, yep. So from square one, go to add layer. I want to add it to the roof of the car, so I'm going to select the camera onto the roof, select decal, push up on the D-pad, collection, and this is all your personal logos. So I think this would look cool on the roof. So I don't want this to read like this, so I'm going to move it 90 degrees to the left, which would be 270. Hey, quit. Yep. Yeah. So you're tracking where I'm at now. We're just looking at it. The thing's flat. The logo's flashing here. All right. Yeah, it looks cool, but it's a little bit loud for me. And so personally, what I would do is when you're on your decal editor menu here on the bottom where it says finishing editing, if you go to edit decal, push triangle, which on the right hand side says direct input. I'm going to go to opacity, and I'm going to drop this to probably 60%. Yeah. So now it's kind of like Phantom Flames or something like that. Yeah. So, but I'm going to go a little bit further here. So I'm going to go add a layer below. I'm going to go back to the roof of the car, and I'm going to add another gradated fade to the top here. Oops. No. No, man, it's my pleasure. I've been walleye fishing on Lake Erie, Nevada. Yep. All right. All right. No judgment. All right, so Alright, so what I did here is, this is a way I like to make something look like it's, I'm going to say like pinstriping. So like if I wanted to pinstripe around the outside of this, yeah, it's really subtle, but it's easy. So all you got to do, I'm going to delete this layer. Alright, so I changed this to yellow, and I found a yellow that's similar to DeWalt. I'm going to select it, I'm going to go back to the layer controls and just hit duplicate. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything, because if you touch any of the sticks, it's going to change the position on the car, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to just go to the decal color palette, and select black. So then it looks like it did in the beginning with that slight little bit of outlining, contrast outlining. Yeah. So then we'll go to the side here, go back to collection. I think we had a cool Flex Vote logo here. Yeah, Flex Vote. That'll give us a little bit of... I'm a Milwaukee guy myself, but... Yeah. Alright. So I want this to look like it's got a bit of a drop shadow. So this is about where I would want to put it, center it. But I want it to look like it's got a bit of a drop shadow to add a little bit of depth. So I'm going to move it a little bit off center from where center to me looks like. I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to change the color to a gray color here. So that looks like a good drop shadow color to me. I'm going to go back in. Let me know when you're caught up to when it's this like bluish, purple, black, or gray color, I mean. It's fun. So then... No, that's why I did custom auto paint for a little while. Okay, so from here, I'm going to push triangle so I can adjust the opacity. I'm going to drop it to probably 50% will work for this color. I find darker colors generally do well around 50%, and if it was like white or something like that, I got to drop it to like 10% to make it work. And we'll put something cool on your windshield that'll look like an actual, like in Le Mans and Endurance Cup, they do their number and position on LED digital number boards on the windows, and we'll do something similar to that. It looks cool. So, all right. So we got this. We're thinking in reverse. So we've got our drop shadow down now. I'm going to add it to the other side of the car. So I'm just going to duplicate the opposite side. Because if I did duplicate symmetrically, it's going to duplicate it in the same direction. And on the right side of the car, the lettering would be backwards. Yeah. So it would be backwards. If you just do duplicate on opposite side, it'll put it in the exact same location. But if it's lettering like this, it'll put it, reading correct. Otherwise, you got to duplicate symmetrically and then flip horizontally, and it just adds more. So, yep. So we got another drop shadow on the other side. We're going to go to layer controls and duplicate. That just put an exact duplicate on top of that. And then we're going to go to decal color. And instead of going to color palette, we're going to go to the right where it says restore original color. Yep. So you're caught up? Okay. All right, so it's back, but it's, the opacity is still 50%. So we're going to go back in, select it, hit triangle, increase the opacity back to 100%, and now we're back with the original decal. Because it's a drop shadow. You'll see what I mean. All right, so now I'm going to move this up here. It's just like painting for real. You'll see in just a second. I just put it on the car. Yeah, see how... Yep. That's called a drop shadow. So now we'll duplicate that to the other side. I don't care. 37. Yep. All right, so almost 6 years, five and some change before I... Yeah. I lost my hand in Iraq. All right, so now we'll add our primary logo and occupational hazard. We'll go back to collection. We're gonna throw a big ass DeWalt here on the side. Actually, well, it has to be on both sides of the car, in the hood. That's your number plate, and then we'll put the pro decal and stuff, and then the pro decal goes on the back. I like to add my number to every frickin' facet of the car so people will know what it is, in case the stewards needs to see it or whatever. I didn't really like that one DeWalt logo, so I'm gonna go pick a different one here. You know, I think this one would look cool. So we're going to put your number plate on the front door. And so I like the DeWalt about there. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a drop shadow on it. So we're going to go back to our color history and select that same purple gray tone because it's a very natural shadow color. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, in the interest of time, I'm going to haul ass through some of this stuff, and then you can go through. I'll leave the video up and... Hey, hush. Alright, now we'll move this forward here. There we go, we got a nice shadow going. But I want this to have the pinstriping, you know, so we have continuity with the top of the car. So I'll change that to yellow. I'm going to duplicate it back to the other side of the car. And then I'll duplicate it a third time, and now I'll change it to black. And then duplicate to the other side. So now when we look at this up close, we've got a nice crisp yellow pinstripe, but we've also got a nice shadowy purplish, you know, gray drop shadow color. So from a distance, you know, yeah, it looks okay. But when you get up close, you're like, oh, now it's got some depth. Yep. So now we will... So this hood's tough. So there. I did. Wait until you can see where it's at. Yeah. Yep. All right. See how the DeWalt and the Flex is really blending into the black? We're gonna use that pinstriping trick to combat that. So we're gonna go into here. Yep. So we can change it to yellow and leave it like this, but this looks boring to me. So we're gonna do the same thing. Duplicate, go back to color, restore original color. Well, that's kind of why I'm recording this. Maybe somebody else can find some use out of it. All right. So we got DeWalt, flexible. Flex a little hard to read, but most people should know what that means. So we'll go back to add layer. Now we're going to start adding our mandatory stuff, our mandatory fun decals. All right, so let's go find my number board here. It's around here somewhere. I think it was on the first page. There we go. Oh, no problem. I can't sim race as much as I like because I tore something in my hip, so this is how I cope. Alright, so... What's your number again? Okay. Add a layer on top for the GTR logo. More mandatory fun decals. Can't remember if... What black part? Oh, it's the a hood scoop. Like see if we, because there's a hole. There's a hole. See how the hood is painted, but the hole is carbon fiber? It's an intake. It's not actually paint. It's a carbon fiber scoop. Yeah, yeah. Basically, it's cowling that directs flow probably into the intake because most Subarus, the hood scoop in the middle is for the intercooler. Motorcycle, a little bit in car, most not actually racing, but like driving around tracks and stuff. All right, let's see here. You know what? Normally this is how I would do mine because the simulator's hard to see, and I don't want to go through the hassle of having a separate, different colored decal and all that jazz. But because I'm going to try to keep continuity with your theme here, so instead of doing it white with the normal colors, I'm going to do it yellow. And yep, nope. All right, so now the outline pinstripe color, you can read simulator. It's nice and clean, it's sharp, and it still reads well from a distance. See what I mean? All right, so now we will go to add another layer. I'm going to recenter the camera back on the car, and we're going to add your numerals. So, do you like this number font? I only have a couple. I got stencil and this number font. All right. Sold. All right, so what I just did there is if you L2, R2 are zoom in and zoom out, R2 is zoom in. If you hold R1 down and then move the left joystick, it'll move the camera around. You'll see that in a minute when the YouTube lag catches up. All right, so I'm going to line up this 4. Yep. There we go. That looks pretty good. A little bit narrower. Okay, so the easiest way I find to do this, because I changed the scaling, the rotation, I skewed the number, that would be really hard to get it exactly right for another number. So I'm going to leave the number 4 alone. I'm going to hit OK to basically, nail it down. And then I'm going to duplicate your number. All right, now I'm going to move it out of the way. And I'm going to get it pretty well spaced, about like the original number 1 was, the number 4 was. So it was about, I'd say about there is a good point there. All right, I'm going to nail it down with X, and then I'm going to go back over to the right-hand side. I'm going to select that number 4 that's flashing because it's the right-hand side that should be a number 5. Push triangle, and then scroll down to replace decal. And then I'll go back to collection and then choose the number 5. And as long as it's the same font, everything will transfer over perfectly. Yep. Yep, all's right in the world. Alright, so there we go. We got 45. Now we got to add our pro, so everybody in the universe knows we're pro, even though it's only pros in one lobby. Well, like I messaged you, just keep it simple. Alright, let's go find our number board here. Be slow. Watch what everybody else is doing and react. Pretty much. Well, that's part of it, but I'd rather be conservative and finish the race than crash out in turn 1. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Go back in and put our GTR on our number board. Yeah, hood and side. They were pretty liberal with, you know, requirements, which I appreciate. I don't think so, but I always put one on. That's usually where I put a GTR logo that's not on the number board, because they don't show them any love, so I'm not putting their decal on my car except for what's mandatory. If you want it. Yeah, it adds another level to it. Oh, nice. Yeah, it can be. All right, we're gonna keep your livery a little bit simple for now, just because, you know, in the interest of time. But later we can add some more cool shit to it. Like I'll show you some stuff here in a minute. All right, so then I like originally when they showed the mandatory decals, this is how he had them laid out. So this is how I do it. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We sure can. Yeah, let me see if I can find another a better decal that has the lines above it. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was going for. Just to break it up. Well, it's your car. You have it the way you want. It's like Burger King. Have it your way. I'm watching a 4-year-old. I'm not exactly busy. Ooh, that would look good. Let's see. Sonic. What do you do for a living? I'm a hedgehog breeder. Yeah, they're not exactly cuddly. They're a little spiky. Yeah, miniature porcupine, basically. Now, sugar glider, that thing, that's pretty soft. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. It's gonna be tough to size. Well, I'm trying to work. Well, then you got nothing going on. Let me think. Yeah, I had an idea for this. Originally, what I wanted to do is, I'm just going to slap it on the car here without any rhyme or reason. But I wanted to add a layer below. And then... It's your ride, man. You gotta have it how you like it. So that's kind of... This is kind of the idea I had, but it's not gonna work the way it's spaced out. But do another gradated fade in the rear, yeah. But we're just gonna put the DeWalt on the side because it's gonna show up better. This car's tricky to put a livery on. Yep, that's what I'm putting on it right now. Yeah. And I'm looking at the bottom of the windshield following the body lines of the car. Like that. You can either do it really big like that, but that doesn't read well either. There, give it a couple of seconds. I got it set here. I think it looks pretty good this way. Alright. Alright, then we'll duplicate this to the other side. Oh wait, first I want to put our... No, we gotta do some more shit. Yeah. No, I can't leave this alone. This looks unfinished. Yeah. No, I don't care. Oops. No problem. Alright, so we got that. Alright, now we gotta do the rear of the... oh, we were gonna do Mercury, so... There. And in the real world, DeWalt probably hates Mercury, but maybe not. I don't know, I'm just... oh, yeah. Buddy, move. I can't see the TV, buddy. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. They're gonna hear you on my stream. I got a wife, I get it. I don't care. Yeah, if you get eaten, that's on you. Yeah, ferrets stink really bad, like ammonia. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it wouldn't translate to the other side. But we can put the bigger Merc logo on the trunk lid. Well, we'll see what we can get done. Oh, damn it. You could probably do it. If someone put it on the decal, I could. We could do a Sonic the Hedgehog. I almost guarantee that exists. Well, she'll have to be Sonic if I do a livery. Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got lights out in 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Northern Nevada. I hate Vegas. I live in Reno. You just give it to California. Let's see. What do you want on the rear wing? I usually like to do either a complimentary sponsor or a secondary sponsor. Is there another tool brand you like? Or look through some of my logos we got here. What kind of engine oil do you run? Do you like a certain brand? You build shit though. You shop at Fastenal, Snap-on, McMaster-Carr. I don't have any Home Depot stuff. What about Monster? You drink Monster Energy? See what else we got here. Jegs, comp cams, wires. Oh, you use Fanatec stuff, right? Sold. There we go. Yeah, I got a podium. I don't know. It was expensive. It's supposed to be the podium's supposed to be the top of the line. It's the podium DD2 though for the PlayStation 4 and 5. Oh no. Yeah, I'm really happy with my Fanatec stuff. Yeah, he'll get it or he won't. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter. It's not the equipment's not the end all be all. Like I've got some of the best equipment money can buy and I still suck. Oh, nice. Oh, crap. Absolutely. Don't worry about it. No. No, you're good. No, I wouldn't offer if I didn't want to do it. A little bit. She sounds like she's having fun. Oh, I know about that. Oh yeah, quite a lot. No, it just hurt like hell. At first, it took me a second to realize what had happened because it was really smoky and stuff. But then afterwards, yeah, it was. I don't recommend it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't recommend it. Yep. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, when you don't have the option to cheat, you know, it gets easier. Yeah. Pretty much. Think about it for a minute. No. If you can't laugh at yourself. Mm-hmm. I used to be sponsored by them when I raced my truck. Yeah, big diesel truck, drag racing and stuff. A Dodge Cummins. No, no, drag racing and sled pulling and dyno competitions and stuff like that. Not anymore. Barely. That's why I had sponsors. Yep. Usually you approach them. You know, sometimes if you're lucky, somebody will notice you, but oh man, somebody. Well, yeah, you got to show that you're a viable option. You got to think of yourself as a commodity. You know, so you just go from there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, you just, it's about being smooth and consistent in your inputs. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Yeah, sometimes that happens. That's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, yeah, 45 minutes. Yeah. 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 No, as long as you're moving up. Well, that'll happen. Yeah. No, that happens. You know, you'll get to a point where you'll you'll reach the point of diminishing returns, and it'll be really hard to get any more pace. And that's when you just got to keep fighting through it and doing your best. Did you have tire wear on originally? That's why. Yeah, sometimes that happens. You think you're on a better line than you were, and then you start developing a habit on it, and then it's hard to break it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, it's different to say something than to do it, but you sound like you're on the right track. Yeah, you want to get on the throttle as early as possible. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it it's okay to well, it's okay to sacrifice one corner if it means you're going to make it up in another. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, yeah, kinda. I mean, like I said, it's easy to say one thing and another to, put it into practice. But no, you sound like you're on the right track. Yeah. Hmm. Well, it just depends on the corner. Like I said, it's okay to give up one corner if it means you're going to gain in another. Yeah, you're good. Oh, I'd just be sitting here doing it. Nah, well, maybe someday, but we're good right now. Uh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. The only bad part is if for some reason that you win, then neither one of us get credit. No, I don't know. I have no idea. One of the cars that has GTR plastered all over side of it, probably because that's the rep is the one that's doing it. Yeah. A little bit. I knew Red Bull. He's the one that invited me to it because I was in his F1 league. Yeah, maybe. Robert. We'll see when it's done. You could. it it can be time consuming. Like, well, I mean, if you want to be super intimate, I would say probably 50 plus laps. But to get the feeling of a basic a basic understanding where you can be reasonably quick, I would say for me it's usually about 10 laps. Well, I don't know about that, but well. Oh, I don't care. No, I don't care. It's none of my business. Nice. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Nice. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's good. Don't worry about your paint. It's wood. Wood's softer than paint. Nice. Yeah, that can be rough. Yeah, that happens. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, you can. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to do something cool on your windshield here. Oh, you're okay. Oh, I don't mind. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Born and raised here. Yep. And then I. Yeah. Oh, what was it, like 15 months the first time, and then I was only there 3 the second time before I got hurt. It gets pretty warm. It wasn't too bad for me because I was stationed in Georgia, and I grew up in the desert, so Georgia really sucked for me, and so Iraq wasn't that much different. Yeah. No, 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 no. It is, but I grew up in Nevada, so I was used to it. Alright, so normally on like endurance cars, these LED things are blue. So we're going to do this one in a blue. Well, it's not real, but it'll look like a real GT car when I'm done with it. Don't worry about it, man. Oh, shit. Number 4 is what I need. I don't think you want my number on your car. Occasionally, yeah, I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Well, that's... Well, if it happens, you just pick yourself up and... Well, if it happens, you just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try to do better in the next race. Yeah. Well, we don't know that yet. We'll see. I think so. I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the last 2 Gran Turismo games, so I haven't even raced online yet, so... Nope. Nope. No, on the qualifier when we raced after that. That was my first online race. Get down. I got all my stats from sport. No, you're not gonna play with your tape measure. That's a tool, not a toy. It's a miniature DeWalt one for my son got from Santa Claus. No, get down. Yeah. It was the smallest one I could find at Home Depot. I mean, Santa Claus could find. I appreciate it. But like I said, it's fun, man. It's like, you know, if my back or my hips too hurting too bad to race, then, well, it is for me, you know. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, but then, you know, it doesn't articulate, and I mean, I've got prosthetics and stuff, but, you know, it's just, because I'm cranky. My gunner's wife gave that nickname to me in the army, and then it just stuck. I've calmed down a lot. When you lose a body part, it takes a lot of the fight out of you. Yeah. No, I used to be really cranky. Yep. Yep. Yeah. No, that's why I sim race. That's why most people sim race. No, it is not. Yeah. There we go. So there's your oh yeah. Yeah, for competitively, you know, if you were just a guy that showed up and raced a few races, yeah, and you know, you can get by on less, but you know, what I would recommend to do is just, you know, you got to have something to get into the door. Spec Me Out is probably the cheapest form of racing to get into that's actual car as opposed to, you know, karting and stuff. I've never karted. That's not a thing where I am, really, so, you know, I don't have much experience with that, but, you know, Pickle Rick seems like he does it a lot, so. It most likely is. So, there's your... Yeah, tires are expensive. Probably, yeah. You know, and then entry fees usually aren't too bad. You know, depending on where you race, you got to have licensing fees, and you know, you got to take classes and do this and do that. But it's not too bad. You know, you don't have to show up to every race in a season and expect to win. So, you know, it well then what I would do is I would I would save up whatever money it takes and take a driving class, whether it be at the, I don't even know what they have nowadays, Richard Petty School of Driving or something. Not Richard Burns. Damn it, it was right on the tip of my tongue. But you can go take a racing class, and they'll teach you a few things and show you around and stuff like that. And then usually it culminates in a race of some kind. And so if you're really serious about it and it's something you thought you might want to do, then that would be a good option. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, it adds up. This is going to be a terrible YouTube tutorial. I have my moments. Here, I'm... There, just because your dog ate your sandwich, I'm putting this on your car. No, I'm putting I'm putting a game developer on there, Naughty Dog. All right, well this will do for now. I'll work on it a little bit longer, some other time. But what we got here that'll work on it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Are you still watching the stream? All right. The YouTube stream. You can adjust on the left-hand side here. You can do. Okay, so this is glossy. Let me know when you can see it glossy. It'll be all shiny and shit, and it'll say glossy in the bottom. Yeah. So it's glossy right now, and if powder is like flat, like flatter than flat. Okay. Because we can do, you know, like here's glossy, and then I'll keep this on for about 10 seconds, and then I'll show semi-gloss. And then now I'll go to matte. And then powder. Powder will give you the best contrast on, especially on the hood. Yeah, it's extremely matte. Powder is very matte. Yeah. So your underlying paint, the silver or the yellow we put on, that's still going to be a little bit shiny. But you know, obviously the black is going to be powder because of the decal. But the paint, the base coat we put on, is still going to be shiny. So in the sunlight, like we'll go to preview. So this is what your car is going to look like outside. Let me flip it around here. There we go. No, that's all right. I don't know. Yeah, about 2 hours. I don't know how long has the stream been up? I haven't even looked at it. An hour and 45 minutes. So this is it's on preview now, so you can see your this is what it'll look like in the sunlight. So, all right. All right, here we go. We'll see. All right, so now if you want to share it so other people can download it, you'll save it like I just did, and then it takes flipping forever to render. My PlayStation 5 won't be here until next Friday. Well, I'm excited about it, but I gotta get a tooth pulled that day, so I'm not gonna feel like doing anything. All right. Tooth pain's worse than losing the hand. Yeah, that sounds rough. Well, sometimes there's stuff that just happens. Yeah. All right, so remember when we went to find the decal online? No, I'm just trying to get this through so we can wrap things up. But you remember where we went to get the decal? If you, I don't know if I can. Let me find if I on the website. Yeah. So yeah. So if you go to the My page again. Oh, we'll probably have to add one another friends. It's nothing personal. I just don't like my friends list cram full. Let me see here. There we go. All right, I'm sending you a friend request on PlayStation right now. I don't know. No, we weren't. Who is what? What character? Oh, yeah, that's Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, that's the first PlayStation game I ever played when I was a kid was Crash Bandicoot. All right, so once you accept my friend request, if you go on to, the Gran Turismo website, and then you go to my page, and then go to friend, I'm about to. Why did it not give me the option? I must not have been paying attention. Yeah, but hedgehog's only like, I think like 8 inches long. They're not very big. Yeah, it's pretty good size habitat for it. I understand they have pretty good personality, some of them, anyway. I said I understand they have a pretty good personality, some of them anyway. Once I get this shared, then you'll be able to go to your friends list and then click on me, and it'll be in my gallery. And then you just add it to your collection, and then you go to yeah, it's not posted yet, so but once you go to gallery under my name, 11 Bravo Grinch, and then there we go, share. Once you're under my name on the, I believe, let me see here, click on somebody here. On the right side, it has like the little picture in a picture. That's the gallery. Well, it's on the Gran Turismo website. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do it on the showcase from through the game too. But anyway, and I'll walk you through that here in a second. Yeah. And I'm just now finishing what you call it, description and title and stuff like that. It's called Bucks WRX GT3. And it's open to everyone, and it can be edited. So if you want to go in and edit it, you can. Alright, so I just now posted it. Now if you go to Showcase, and then I'm waiting to get to the desktop here. There we go. Alright, Showcase. It's opening. Alright, so it'll automatically start you on the left-hand side where it says Selection. Push down to Following. And it should be in there. It should be the first one. Now, if you click on that, click on it. Yep, and then Collection, and then yep, and then you close it, and then I'm assuming you have your WRX pulled up right now. It's the cart. Quit, be quiet. Yeah, are you already in your WRX? Okay, then go to GT Auto, Car Customization, and then Load Style on the right-hand side. Okay. Yep. Then you're all squared away. Yeah, you gotta go to collection. Yep. And you'll have, if you don't, yeah, you'll have to buy the paint color and all that stuff, but yeah, and you can go to the livery editor and add or move or change or whatever the fuck you want. So, all right. Well, I'm glad you're happy. Well, good. I'm glad you're happy with it. I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream. Yep. Yep. It'll be on your car.